Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. In today's episode, we will learn about the most costly cow of the world. This is a very important and wonderful Quranic event. Due to this event, the chapter that describes it has been named Surah Al-Baqarah. The story is that there was a very pious person in the Bani Israel who had a young son. He had a single calf only in his property. Just before his death, that pious person took the calf to the jungle and left it by a bush, saying, "O Allah, I leave this calf under your protection until my son reaches puberty." After this, the pious person died and the calf grew to a cow with the passage of time, and his son grew up to a righteous man who was very obedient to his mother. He had divided his night into 3 parts. He used to sleep in one part, worship in second, and serve his mother in the third part. Also, he used to travel to the jungle every day in the morning to fetch wood, which he used to sell to earn his living. He used to do sadaqah of 1/3 of his earnings, spend 1/3 on his personal needs, and give 1/3 to his mother. One day the mother said to the son, "Oh my beloved son, your father left a calf for you in inheritance. He had left near such and such bush under the protection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now go to that bush and supplicate in this way. O Rabb of Sayyidina Ibrahim, Ismail and Ishaq alayhi salatu wassalam, return me the things my father gave under your protection." She further said that the calf was yellow colored and its skin would be glistering in such a way as though the rays of the sun are emitting from it. Hearing this, the boy went to the jungle and supplicated by that bush. All of a sudden, the cow came to him running and stood by him. He brought it to home. After a few days, a very rich person from the Bani Israel named Amil was killed by his 2 paternal cousins, and they threw his body in the desolate place. The next morning, the search of the murderers began. After getting no trace, people went to Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam and asked about the murderer. He ordered them to slaughter a cow and strike the dead body with its tongue or the bone of the tail, and the murdered Amil will resurrect and tell you the name of the killer. Hearing this, the Bani Israel raised questions and arguments about the age, color, etc. When they finally understood the type of the cow that was required, they then began to search for it. When they reached the cow of that boy, they realized that this was exactly the same cow they were looking for. Therefore, they paid its price equivalent to the gold filled in its hide and slaughtered the cow. They then hit the corpse with the tongue or bone of the tail, and the dead Amil came back to life. He said that his killers were the 2 sons of his uncle who killed him due to the greed of his wealth. After telling this, he died again. Therefore, both of those killers were killed in return, and the child of the pious person who was very obedient to his mother became rich by getting lot of wealth. Whole of this incident has been described in the holy verses of the glorious Quran in the following words. And remember when Musa said to his people, "Allah commands you to sacrifice a cow." They said, "Are you making fun of us?" He answered, "I seek refuge in Allah from being among the ignorant ones." They said, "Pray to your Lord that he may describe the cow to us." Said Musa, "He says that it is a cow neither old nor young, but in between. So do what you are commanded." They said, "Pray to your Lord that he may reveal its color to us." Answered Musa, "He says it is a yellow cow, bright in color, pleasing to the beholders." They said, "Pray to your Lord that he may clearly describe the cow to us. Indeed, all cows look alike to us, and if Allah wills, we will attain guidance." Said Musa, "He says, she is a cow not made to work, neither plugging the soil nor watering the fields, flawless and spotless." They said, "You have now conveyed the proper fact." So they sacrificed it, but they seemed not to be sacrificing it with sincerity. And remember when you murdered a man and were therefore accusing each other concerning it, and Allah wanted to expose what you were hiding. We therefore said, strike the dead man with a part of the sacrificed cow. This is how Allah will bring the dead to life, and He shows you His signs so that you may understand.